listening to The Master's Plan, doing business God's style. We're your hosts and founders of The Right Decision LLC, Bert and Danielle Wright. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, said the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end." Good morning to all our listening audience who are tuned in today. We would like to show our appreciation to all our faithful listeners for tuning in to our show each week. If you are listening today and would like to find out how you can be a blessing to the broadcast, then listen to this broadcast in its entirety, and our announcer will share that information with you. Today is Wellness Wednesdays with Dr. Liz Moore and Karen Thomas teaching us how to take care of our bodies the way God intended for us to do. The Bible says, "Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospers." Now we welcome Dr. Liz Moore and Karen Thomas.
Good morning. Thank you once again for tuning in to Wellness Wednesday. I am your co-host Karen Thomas along with Dr. Liz. Good morning.
Good morning. Here I am.
Here you are. We also have Tracy with us. She was with us last week. She's on our Pursuing Wellness journey.
Yes.
Yes, welcome back.
Thank you for having me back, ladies.
You're welcome.
You're going to love having Tracy on the show.
Thank you.
Oh, I know.
We might need a co-host.
I know.
I'm here.
All right. We love it. Today's show, we have a lot of information and tips on breast cancer.
Right.
We have a new study that Dr. Liz is going to share about carotenoids. They are a family in the fruit and veggie family called carotenoids, and there's a new study that relates to breast cancer. And so Liz is going to share some of that information with us.
Yeah, but I think before we get going, people might want to hear Tracy's story, don't you think, about her breast cancer?
Sure.
I always think it's great to start off with something encouraging.
Yes.
Right? We're a hopeful show.
Yes.
We're not a discouraging show.
I know that's right.
Can you share with our listeners about your journey?
Yes. Now you want the journey from the Hodgkin's disease?
No,
or
from
the breast cancer?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in 2005, I was diagnosed with breast cancer in the right breast. They were able to remove all of the cancer. So what they said, instead of me going on with radiation and chemotherapy because they got it all, they wanted me to go right into the tamoxifen and to remain on that for 5 years, which I declined because it causes cervical cancer. So with me doing that, when I did go back for my mammogram in 2011, I went every year after that, but in 2011, that was my whole breaking point. You know, I've been fasting and praying and speaking life. Here, 2011 came up, and you know, sometimes flesh it confuse you, so you'll start to get weak. Because they told me by 2011, I'll have full-blown breast cancer. So when 2011 came, October rolled around. Now I'm a little worried. I got a little weak, so I said, "Lord, what am I doing?" So I had to throw that out the window. Showed up, and they were so excited about it. They actually read to me my report when I was there and told me no cancer and neither breast. And they were amazed at the fact that I declined the tamoxifen. I said, "I don't need tamoxifen. God is my everything." And I stayed on, and I stood on his promises. And sure enough, he delivered.
That's amazing.
God is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
And then shortly after that, you lost your thyroid.
Yes, I did lose my thyroid. They removed my thyroid in 2006.
Yeah.
In 2006.
There are a couple things I want to share with our friends out there. There is a relationship between iodine deficiency, which is what the thyroid holds on to and monitors in the body, and breast cancer. Now, equivocally, I'm not going to say it is the cause. Okay. But I want to highlight a great website for you friends out there. It's www.breastcancerchoices.org. This is a website that's committed to studying the relationship between iodine deficiency and breast cancer. And I just want to tell you a couple of things that they brought up in their studies. They have seen that as iodine consumption goes down, breast cancer rates go up. We're an iodine deficient nation. Iodine desensitizes estrogen receptors in the breast. Wow. The most common form of breast cancer is what's called ER positive or estrogen receptive positive breast cancer. So it desensitizes that. It reduces estrogen production in overactive ovaries.
Wow.
Okay. Reduces fibrocystic breast disease. It caused cancer cell death to slow down the cell division and reduce blood vessel growth to tumors. This is what iodine does. Cause more cell death than a chemo drug, fluorouracil, and it prevented rats from getting cancer when they were fed cancer-causing toxin DMBA. So they actually caused rats to get breast cancer. They fed them iodine. They didn't continue on it. So I'm not saying that it was all iodine deficiency, but it's interesting the relationship between the breast cancer and the iodine. But I just we also don't want to always lean on one thing. Diet is very important about that. And recently, GNLD, the supplement company that Karen and I work with, has came across some information on a study that was published on December 6th of 2012 in the Journal of the National Cancer Institute. And this is where I believe God's mercy steps in, right?
Okay, yes.
Iodine is a nutrient that we actually have to take a pill for. But carotenoids are found in brightly colored fruits and vegetables. And doesn't God give us everything we need to stay healthy?
Yes.
He's merciful that way.
Yes.
And I think that if we can encourage women to eat these brightly colored fruits and vegetables, if they are at risk for breast cancer, they should probably take a supplement form. And we'll talk about that at the end. But I just wanted to share with you about this, that carotenoids, which are micronutrients found in fruits and vegetables, have been found to have anti-carcinogenic properties. Now, that sounds like a big word, but it just means that they're cancer protective.
Oh, okay.
And previous experimental studies have shown that carotenoids inhibit tumor progression, and reduces proliferation of estrogen receptor positive. Now remember, estrogen receptor positive and estrogen receptor negative are the two most common forms of breast cancer that we have today. Most women suffer with ER positive. And so here's what they're saying. These micronutrients found in these brightly colored fruits and vegetables can stop this.
Oh.
Isn't that a praise?
Yes, it
is. And
is.
through every single season, God gives us these fruits and vegetables. It doesn't like we have to wait for spring.
Right.
And we can talk about that in another show. But here's what the researchers at the National Cancer Institute said in this journal. A diet high in carotenoid-rich fruits and vegetables offers many health benefits, including a possible reduced risk of breast cancer. Breast cancer there's a lot of it. There really is. I have a client, and she's in her 60s, and she said, Liz, when I was in getting my radiation, I was the oldest woman in the center. She goes, there were men there holding their infants for their wives while they were getting treatment. She goes, it was so disturbing, because really it used to be a disease of women over the age of 70.
Liz, I was thinking about this. Growing up, I knew one person with breast cancer.
Right.
Now,
I can't even count anymore.
Yeah.
At one time, it used to be 10. I'm like, I know 10 people now. Forget it. I don't even count anymore.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a tragedy, and younger and younger and younger people are developing it. And so, what GNLD scientists, because we've always had this product called carotenoid complex, and if you're interested, Karen will share some information with it at the end. But I just want to share with you is that our scientists at GNLD have always known this. And Dr. Arthur First, who is our lead scientist at GNLD, developed a product called carotenoid complex. He also was the first cancer researcher.
Wow.
He developed the first oral chemotherapy drug. He's also considered the #1 toxicologist in the world by the World Health Organization.
Awesome.
So he's the one that brought to us carotenoid complex.
Okay.
And I just think that is a miracle. And so here's what is in the family of antioxidants called carotenoids. We have carrots, tomatoes, spinach, red bell peppers, strawberries, apricots, and peaches. Doesn't that sound delicious?
Yes, it does.
Isn't that a delicious way to prevent cancer? I think that it's amazing. And in addition to blocking tumor progression, these carotenoids, and reducing the proliferation of cancer cells, particularly in estrogen receptor breast cancers, carotenoid complex can work to maintain the overall health of cells by improving communication so cells can talk to each other, enhancing the immune system, inhibiting DNA damage, and cleaning up reactive oxidative compounds. Reactive oxidative compounds are just a fancy word for free radicals. They're like bullies in the playground, okay? So you got bullies in your playground, which are in your body. What you want to do is bring in fruits and vegetables, either through your diet or through a supplement if you feel you can't get them, and then this is what's going to help. And probably this is a supplement, Tracy, that we're going to be talking to you about. But, that's a lot of great information. And that we want to share with our listening audience there about that. Can you add anything to that, Karen? Did I miss anything in that?
I don't think so. I don't think carotenoid. I know you mentioned carrying some extra weight around The belly.
Okay,
What does that do?
Thanks for bringing that up. Okay, Tracy, you're making us laugh. Alrighty, she's pointing to herself. Okay.
If I'm not a walking billboard, I am excited about this journey.
Okay, let's talk about belly fat, ladies. Okay, if you're carrying fat in the midsection, it points to a couple of things. It points to metabolic syndrome, means that you're not handling glucose. Remember that whole sugar thing that Karen and I yell about on every show? Well, not handling glucose in the body is a way of also feeding cancer. Unregulated glucose in the body feeds cancer. What this adipose fat also does, and scientists have recently discovered this in the last year, is that it becomes another endocrine gland. It can produce something called estradiol, which is the most powerful of the 3 estrogens that a woman produces. It's also the hormone that women produce that are linked to breast cancer or reproductive cancers in women. So ladies, if you are carrying belly fat around your middle, you have to work on getting rid of that. Shut down that endocrine gland. Do not also, that puts you at risk for metabolic syndrome, which is a pre-diabetic state. So it's important for us to maintain that. So this is why, Karen and I, it's important to maintain a healthy weight. Yes. Like Tracy said in our show last week, she said, I am the temple of the Holy Spirit. Yes. We are to give that place a proper place to reside in. We don't want to not have to minister to the Lord because we're not healthy.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so that's really what we're all about here, isn't it? We're about bringing encouragement. We don't want to discourage you in your journey. We just want to walk alongside you. It's a blessing to have Tracy back here again with us on the show, isn't it?
It's a blessing to be here.
Yeah. I just love this. So, Karen, can you talk to them about the carotenoid complex and maybe where they can get some more information about that?
Right. If you're interested in the carotenoid complex, as always, you can give me a call, 856-275-1769. You can visit my website at www.aboveall.gnld.net.
Great. And we have about a minute left. And so, let's share a few tips for somebody who's going through cancer right now. If you're currently undergoing cancer, don't give up.
Don't give up.
What can you say to them, Tracy?
I would say stay positive, keep praising, just know that you are healed. And if I can tell you anything else, my life, I'm healed. I have a daughter pre-cancer, she'll be 25, and I have a daughter post-cancer who is 11. When the doctors told me I wouldn't make it, not only did they tell me I was going to die, they told me I can never have any more children. So it's a mindset. Speak life. You have life. You have the right. God has healed you. And just know that. Don't give up.
Those are great words of encouragement. They really are. And in addition to that, get off the sugar.
Yes.
Okay. Don't eat the sugar. Yep. Don't feed the cancer. Get on those brightly colored fruits and vegetables. If you can't get enough of them in, call Karen.
Yes.
And let's order in the carotenoid complex for you and get connected with somebody. Karen, do you want to say something?
I mean, if you're going through something and you need counsel, give me a call and we can set something up with Dr. Liz. That's what she does, and so we want to come alongside you. So if you need help in a situation, please give us a call, okay? It's the 856-275-1769.
And you know what? May the Lord keep you and bless you until we're all together again next week.
Yes. All right, God bless. Have a great week.
You've been listening to The Master's Plan with your hosts, Bert and Danielle Wright. If you would like more information on how to be a blessing to the broadcast or would like to advertise on The Master's Plan, please send all contributions or requests to The Master's Plan Radio Broadcast, P.O. Box 671, Sicklerville, New Jersey, 08081. You can visit us on the web at www.rightdecision.com. That's www.wrightdecision.com. Or visit us on Facebook. You can also call us after this broadcast at 856-472-4444. That's 856-472-4444. Tune in every Monday through Friday from 9:45 a.m. to 10 a.m. and every Saturday at 9:15 a.m. to 10 a.m. We look forward to doing business God's style with you.